wonderful things to let the Tiki Talk know that we are in the building. Guys, if you are interested in joining the panel, go ahead and request up. This is Late Nights with Santana. All are welcome. I am super interested to talk to any and everyone who is excited. Any and everyone that is excited about the direction that the country is heading in. If you're someone that's just like, oh, I think this Trump administration is doing an amazing job, I want you to request up. If you are someone that's like, I'm a little bit worried, I want you to request up. Tap the screen, share the live out. We're going to go ahead and start bringing people in. As we get people in on the panel, please, please, please mute yourself as you come in onto the panel. Please, please, please mute yourself as we start to get people in, and we will go around the panel and do a introduction. So if you are someone that has not had an opportunity to actually come up on the panel and you are interested in joining the conversation, go ahead and request up. We will get you in here, and we are looking for people that are excited about where the country is heading. We're also looking for people that might not be as excited. Guys, as we get in, keep tapping the screen, share the live out. If you have not sent your daily heart me, go ahead and send it. It's only 1 coin, and it helps boost the live. Let's see here. All right. Let's do this. We're going to keep a couple of spots open. I know there's a few more people in the box. Just hold tight for me just a few moments here. We're going to see what we have on the panel, and then we'll make a decision as far as who else we let up on the panel. Guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live out. Let's do all the wonderful things. I'm going to go around the panel real quick. Thank you so much for the cake. Is it pronounced Aisha? Is that how you pronounce your name? I'm going to send you a request to come off mute. There we go.
Okay.
How do I pronounce your
username? The thing ain't at the bottom, so I had to tap myself, pull on my picture just to get to mute myself because it's not at the bottom.
Oh yeah, no, it's weird now.
It is Aisha.
Asia?
Yeah, it's Aisha. I've been on your panel before, but it's been some months ago.
Months ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Aisha. Question for you. What is your level of excitement for the way that the country is heading under this Trump administration on a scale of 1 through 10?
But I don't have a number for it.
You got to pick on the scale, my friend.
Did you say? Could I say a negative 1.111111111?
How about we just go with 1? We'll just go with 1. All right, perfect. Thank you. Hold tight for me 1 moment. Joanna, how are you?
Hi, it's Junai.
Janai, I'm so sorry. Janai, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Janai, what is your level of excitement for the direction of the country under this new Trump administration on a scale of 1 to 10?
1.
Okay, thank you so much. Jillian, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Wonderful. What is your level of excitement for the direction of the country heading under this new Trump administration on a scale of 1 through 10?
Definitely a 1.
Okay, all right, perfect. Give me 1 second here. Brendan, how are you? Or Braden, I'm sorry, Braden. I apologize, my friend.
That's cool.
Braden, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Wonderful. Braden, what is your level of excitement for the direction of this country under the new Trump administration?
Oh, it's definitely the max is gonna be a 1.
Okay, all right. 1 moment. And Dolphin, how are you?
Dear Lord, I'm okay. How are you doing, brother?
Wonderful. Dolphin, what is your level of excitement for the direction of the country under this new Trump administration?
I was gonna say, is that a joke? But okay. That would be a 1.
Okay, all right. Listen, give me a second here. Guys, we have a lot of people that aren't too optimistic about where this country is heading under this new Trump administration. I'm actually looking for some people that are excited. I'm looking for some people that are excited about the direction of the country under this new Trump administration. We have a couple of spots left open on the panel. So if you are someone that's excited about the direction of the country, go ahead and request up, or even drop a me in the chat and I will pull you up. If you are in the request right now and you're not someone that's excited about the direction of the country, if you are, on the lower end of that scale, go ahead and drop out for me right now. just for now, and we'll get you back in here. But I'm actually looking for some people that are excited about the direction of the country under this new Trump administration. Let's see here. 231. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, brother.
Wonderful,
Thank
wonderful. 231. What is your level of excitement for the country under this new Trump administration?
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, it
Yes,
would be
1 to
a
10.
12.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Give me 1 second, my friend. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Omir?
كيف قادرة تتنفسي؟ لك لا بس عبقى
Omir?
شغلي الشفاط ما في اكسجين
Okay.
بعدين بيخرب الجدار.
We're gonna go ahead and drop Omir down. We're gonna go ahead and drop Omir down. Guys.
I think his level of excitement was 13.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Guys, if you are someone that is excited about the direction of the country, if you are excited about the direction of where the country is headed under this new Trump administration, please, please, please go ahead and request up. We need a couple more people to balance out the panel. If you are not someone that's not excited at the moment, please don't request up. We do have more than a few people that's not really happy with the direction of the country, but we do want to give an opportunity for people that are excited about the direction of the country the option to request up. Okay, Omir?
Hey, what's up, man?
Well, that was a quick change up, Omir. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm super interested now, Amir. Do you want to know why I said that?
Why?
Hey, Amir, where are you from?
I'm Palestinian.
You're Palestinian. Okay, where do you live?
Live in America.
You live in America. Okay. Where? What
East
state?
Coast.
What state?
Florida.
Oh, okay. What city in Florida?
Miami.
Oh, cool. I love Miami. Hey, what's the capital of Florida?
Miami, probably.
Close. What time is it?
Right now?
Yep, right now.
10:19.
You're absolute. Listen, Florida is definitely on the East Coast, but next time when you try to actually do this, remember the capital of Florida is Tallahassee, and it's also 11:19 on the East Coast. Nice try. Appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and block you. Get you up out the paint. Peace. Anyway, guys, tap the screen, share the live. It has been insane. As you guys can see, it has been insane on TikTok. Insane. Guys, if you are someone that's excited about the direction that the country is heading, go ahead and request up. If you are not someone that is interested or not someone that's happy about the direction of the country, please don't request up for now. We are only looking for more people that are excited about the direction of the country and people that live in the country as well. Don't request up if you don't live in the country. This is a community conversation for now. I'm sorry?
Should I not have joined if I'm not happy with the direction the company's going? Or the country's going?
Not just right now. You can request up a little bit later. I'm trying to get a few more people
Yeah,
that
that's
are
cool.
excited.
That's cool. All right.
All right, perfect. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, I'm going to leave these 2 spots open. If anyone else is interested in joining the panel and they are excited about the direction that the country is heading, go ahead and request up. We're going to leave these 2 boxes open, and we want to give you an opportunity to actually speak. With that being said, guys, please keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Let's get the shares up. Let's get the shares up to at least 100 shares. Also, can we knock out the daily gift goal? It's the little chili peppers. It will help boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Spilling the beans. Are you someone that's excited about the direction that the country's heading?
Absolutely. Hallelujah.
All right. Perfect, my friend. On the scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
10, definitely.
Awesome, awesome. All right, give me 1 second. Do you know how to mute yourself? Spilling the beans. Do you know how to mute yourself, my friend? Okay, perfect, perfect. All right, guys, we have a spot for one more person. If you are someone that's interested in joining the panel and you are excited about the direction that the country is heading, go ahead and request up, and we will give you an opportunity to actually speak. With that being said, I just want to run through a couple of things with the people on the panel. So, for everyone that's on the panel, please, please, please be mindful of TikTok-friendly language. What does that mean? That means using words like AB, unalive, C19, mustache man, those type of words that protect not only your TikTok, but it protects the live. Also, this is a safe and friendly community. What does that mean? That means that we don't deal with any of the isms, racism, sexism, classism. We also don't do any of the phobias, homophobia, transphobia, none of that. We don't participate on any of that on the panel, nor in the chat. Speaking of the chat, please be mindful that caps are for mods. Please, please, please do not use caps. Caps are for mods. They draw my attention away from the panel and to the chat, and I want to be able to have these conversations on the panel, so please be mindful. My mods will mute and block you. They do not play that. Last but not least, guys, we do have a nightly donation goal, and sorry, let me get here. We do have a nightly donation goal, and let me go ahead and update this because, guys, Debbie's in the chat for Corey, who is starting us off right. Corey sent a $5 donation to kick us off right, and she just sent a blue heart. Debbie's in the chat for Corey. Corey, thank you so much for that $5 donation, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, the best way to support the live. If you enjoyed the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted, anything is appreciated. And over on YouTube, you can always send a super chat if you want to get a message across or if you want to support the live. Also, YouTube, tap the screen. Let's get the lights up over on YouTube. I'm gonna check this last person. Again, I see there's 2 people in the box, and as of right now, for the 2 people that's in the box, I need you to hear me really quick. If you are not someone that's not excited about the direction that the country is heading, go ahead and drop out for me just for right now. This last spot on the panel, we're trying to save it for someone who's excited about the direction that the country is heading. So if you are in the request and you are not excited about the direction of the country, go ahead and drop out because we're looking for one other person that's excited about the direction of the country. All right, Pat Love. Pat, are you excited about the direction that the country is heading?
I am so excited.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
I be loving me some Trump now. I think he's like a 10.
Okay, perfect. Give me 1 second here, my friend. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get these conversations started. We have a panel. We have 231, Spilling the Beans, and Pat Love, who are all excited about the direction that the country is heading. But we have a couple of people up here that's not so excited about the direction of the country. So, you know what? I'm going to start with my friend Pat Love, since Pat, can I call you just Pat? Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm going to start with my friend Pat since we already got you off mute. Pat, I got a question for you. So you are excited about the country, the direction the country is headed. You said you're excited about Trump. Can you tell me, there's a lot of different things that's happening, including the issues we're having with the economy and the stock market specifically due to the tariffs that Donald Trump has started to impose. We also have multiple issues with billionaires like Elon Musk pretty much running the country. We also see where the country is now in a position where even our allies don't know if we're allies anymore, and we've abandoned the rest of the country. So I guess, Pat, can you tell me why you're actually excited about the direction of the country, and are you worried about any of the things that's on the background?
Well, the one thing that I love about Trump is stopping the Mexican border.
Stopping the Mexican border? What do you mean? Do you mean closing, or wait, what do you mean? Be specific for me, my friend.
Closing the people that are not from our country there.
So are you referring to Donald Trump closing down the southern border? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. When did he do that?
What?
When did he close down the southern border?
I am talking about illegal immigrants coming to the United States.
Okay, but yeah, what did he do to actually stop undocumented immigrants? Undocumented immigrants, my friend. What did he do to actually stop undocumented immigrants from coming to the United States?
Oh my heavens. Are you serious right now?
I am, my friend.
That is a stupid question.
Okay, it's a simple question for a simple man. Can you answer it for me, please?
No.
Oh, okay. So
The executive order.
Can I help as a panel member, or am I not allowed to?
Yeah, but give me 1 second, 231, because I want to go somewhere with this. Give me one moment. I'll let you get in just a moment.
No worries. No worries.
Pat, you said he signed an executive order.
Yes.
What executive order did he sign?
For illegal immigrants not to pass into our country.
Okay, so again, my friend, it's undocumented immigrants, but you're saying he signed an executive order for undocumented immigrants not to come into our country.
Yeah.
Okay. When did he do that?
Oh my heavens. I'm not really sure if it was his first day in, second day, third day, fourth day, but he did it.
Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Pat, do you know if I mute you, do you know how to unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just mute you for a moment. Okay, my friend.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Right. We have Pat up here. Pat has said that Donald Trump signed an executive order once he got into the office that basically stopped undocumented immigrants from being able to actually cross into the country. We're gonna put that thought to the test. Let me just read these off, guys. W's in the chat for Braden. Braden sent a $1 donation to the nightly donation goal. W's in the chat for Yeetus. Yeetus sent a $10 donation saying, bless you for dealing with these people. Excuse me. And W's in the chat for Braden, who sent another $1 donation saying, thanks for what you do. I'm on the panel. Yeah, I see you, Braden. W's in the chat for everyone who sent money to the nightly donation goal. Guys, that means now that we only have $233 left in the nightly donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Braden, I'm actually going to come to you. I want to actually test that theory. So, Pat said that Donald Trump signed an executive order when he got into office that stopped undocumented immigrants from coming into the country. Pat, do you know anything about that? I'm sorry, not Pat. Braden, do you know anything about that?
Well, I haven't heard of it. I mean, I have heard that he caught and released 461 undocumented migrants, which he promised not to do.
He did.
I heard a lot of things, but certainly not that. That wasn't on his list of priorities, I don't think.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, Braden. Jillian. Maybe myself and Braden just missed it, right? But Pat said that Donald Trump, when he got in office, he signed an executive order stopping undocumented immigrants from being able to come into the country. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, no. No, that didn't happen. There were lots of executive orders, but that wasn't one of them.
Okay. There were definitely a lot of. I thought that I might have missed it because there were a lot of executive orders. Okay, cool. 1 second. Dolphin. I know, Dolphin. I see you all the time. You're here. I know you're up on this. Dolphin, Pat said that Donald Trump signed an executive order to stop undocumented immigrants from coming into the country. Do you know about it?
It's the first time I've heard of that, but I do know that he did sign one for the national emergency at the border. So
that might be what he's referring or she's referring to. Okay, good. Thank you. Yep, definitely declared a national emergency at the border. Okay, so 231. I'm gonna come to you. So you were gonna help Pat out. The floor is yours, my friend.
Say again.
I said the floor is yours. You were gonna help Pat out because Pat seems to believe that there was an actual executive order signed to stop undocumented immigrants from coming into the country, but no one has any information about that. But you said that you were going to be able to help Pat out.
I didn't say that I was going to be able to help Pat out, but I agreed with Pat
okay.
in that. Well, yeah, if we're just going to use misnomers and just say like this particular thing that sounds like this particular thing is like the same thing, I understand the point that you're making. Like it doesn't sound like you're actually trying to what it sounds like is that you're actually trying to pin us against each other, and as Trump supporters, and it does sound like that. It sounds like you're trying to pin us against each other with little facts that they're just silly. They're silly facts. Is what's happening. So yeah, if I go to help my friend, you're gonna pin me against that friend that you've already pinned, right? So if I go to help my other friend, that's also a Trump supporter, then you're also gonna pin me against that other friend. So it's really not a fair question.
231. I have like a really novel concept for you, like a crazy idea, and this might be a little bit far-fetched, right? This might be kind of cuckoo. It might be out there, but how about we just tell the truth? I mean,
Sure.
I couldn't pin you
100%.
against anything if you were just to say, hey, no, Donald Trump did not sign an executive order to close down the border, and then there's no pinning because Donald Trump did not sign an executive order to shut down the border because that's not a thing. So, I mean, if you're worried about quote unquote being put against another Trump supporter, yeah, I mean, like, my friend, the truth is the truth. Like, are we saying that you're against the truth, or I'm a little confused as far as what's happening.
I mean, I didn't say any of those things.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
say.
But you
what
said
my
that you were
girl
going to
said,
help.
I didn't say what the other girl said, and I didn't say what you said. So
Okay.
you're putting words in my mouth. So I didn't say anything actually.
Okay. So again,
You
I
asked
guess
me
the
a
question,
You asked me a
a
question
better
about
question,
nothing that I
231.
said.
Cool. A better
Go
question
ahead.
would be, do you know? Debbie's in the chat for Corey. Do you know of any reason or any executive order that shut down the southern border and stopped undocumented immigrants from coming in?
No, I do not have any knowledge of any of that.
Okay, perfect. That's all I needed. Thank you, my friend. 1 second. Okay, Pat, I'm coming back to you because I want to make sure that we are on the same page. And just an FYI, you can actually go on to, I usually don't like to cite this, but you can see all the executive orders on the whitehouse.gov, right? Donald Trump posts the Trump administration posts all the executive orders on whitehouse.gov. And so you can actually see the executive orders that have been signed. And again, Pat, are you there? Can you come off mute? Pat, can you come off mute? All right, Pat, I'm going to send you a request to come off mute. Pat, if you're listening, you have to touch, if you're looking at the screen, you touch your picture, and then you'll see a microphone with a little slash through it. You touch the microphone. There you go.
I'm here.
Okay, Pat. So, with that being said, if you go to whitehouse.gov, the Trump administration has been updating all the executive orders and the different things that they have been doing. And so just an FYI for you, no, there's no executive order that Donald Trump signed that shut down the southern border.
Oh, well, I must be stupid.
No, I didn't say that, my friend. You're mistaken. But
did he not stop Mexicans from being able to go across the border?
no, he did not stop Mexican people from being able to cross the border. That's not a thing. He did sign an executive order declaring a state of emergency at the southern border, which allowed him to actually free up funds to do other things. But no, he did not stop Mexican people from crossing the southern border.
So why don't you tell her that before you lead her into a question that you know she's not going to be able to answer? I mean, that's disingenuous, isn't it?
Well, who made the statement? 231.
I'm asking, bro.
Hey, 231. Who made the claim?
You're being so disingenuous because what you're doing is you're leading people to water that they can't drink.
Let's do this. I'm gonna put you back on mute. So I gave Pat the floor to actually speak. Pat is the one that said there was an executive order that was signed that shut down the border. I said I had not heard of that. What are you referring to? Where can I find it? Pat then continued to say, am I kidding? Am I stupid? And continue to say that.
Because you know she's not going to be able to answer it before you even give her the question is what I'm saying.
But that's the thing.
That's why you're being disingenuous. Why don't you ask
people? What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to stay on mute because it's not your turn to speak. What I will say is that I gave Pat the floor and I asked her an open-ended question. And that's where she went with her answer. So now I'm going to ask you to stay on mute and I'm going to give the floor back to Pat so Pat can speak. Thank you. With that being said, Pat, I'm coming back to you.
Yes, sir.
So we do understand that, again, there's no actual executive order that was signed that shut down the border. But I get what you're saying. You are excited about what he's doing with the southern border. So I guess in a bigger scheme, what is most exciting for you as far as any of the actual actions that he's taken when it comes to his mass deportation policy?
To make America great again, and only Americans, or if you get a passport or your signed documents, whatever, to come to America.
Okay, so for you, it's about making sure that America's great for people that are here, or the American citizens, or people that are here with an actual, I'm assuming, green card. That's what you mean.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. With that being said, I guess I have more of a generalized question for you at this point now. Why are you so against other people coming into the country when our country was, founded on being able to come here and pursue the American dream and really grow and build yourself?
Well, for one, sorry, I'm eating.
No worries.
It's not about what used to be, it's what it is now.
Okay.
Do you really want all these foreigners to come to our country?
Yes.
Are you really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Do you know why I say yes, my friend?
Okay, well, let me tell you why I say no.
Okay, go ahead.
Is because I live in Georgia. I am probably 30 miles from Athens, Georgia, where Laken Riley was murdered.
Unalive. Hey, TikTok friendly language, my friend, okay?
Okay, she was unalived by a guy that is from Venezuela that he just come in our country and it's okay. Do you not think these people think different than we do? Yes, they do.
This is super interesting. Especially, it's interesting in the sense that we know it's statistically proven that, natural-born citizens are more likely to commit crimes than undocumented immigrants. But let's test this out. Give me a second, Pat. I'm gonna put you back on mute. I'm gonna mess
I
up your
mean,
name
this is so
again.
silly. You're being so
Okay,
disingenuous.
231. Again, not your turn to speak. This is a panel conversation. Listen, 231. Seriously, if you come off mute again when it's not your turn to speak, you can just leave. I'm dead serious. This is a panel discussion. It's not about you. With that being said, okay, you know what? This is what we're gonna do because again, you are a whole adult, but you have no impulse control.
No. But you're being.
No, you're gone. You're gone. You're an adult. Have impulse control. Let's go to Asia.
Aisha. Read that song, Aisha.
I know, you're absolutely right. Aisha, can you tell me, what are your thoughts as far as allowing immigrants to come into the country? Because Pat is at a opposite standpoint, believing that we shouldn't necessarily be allowing multiple people to come into the country. What are your thoughts around that?
Okay. Because I had a question for that person. Maybe to be able to share my thoughts, particularly if I can, if it's okay with you. Can I ask them this question?
Yeah, go right ahead, Pat. Pat, Aisha would like to ask you a question. Hold on, let's make sure Pat's here. Pat, I'm sending you a request to come off mute.
I'm here.
Okay.
Hi, Pat. It's Aisha. I have a question for you that probably can shed a little light on my concerns why you say what you said. And I don't usually like to bring this subject up, but I have to in order for me to kind of like bring my point home. Are you a Christian of any kind? Do you believe in the Bible or anything?
Ma'am.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Do you know where you can find the scripture that speaks about foreign individuals coming into your land and things of that nature?
I would say that is probably. Sorry, I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably in the Old Testament.
Okay, but if you're a Christian, you know God's word never changes no matter how you write it, how you twist it and turn it, right? So the Bible speaks about opening the doors for your neighbors and your foreigners. They're going to be here. The Bible speaks on that, right? And so your neighbor is more than just at your front door, next door to you, around the corner, up the street. They can be in the next state, the next town, even the next country. And it speaks about us feeding our neighbors and helping and supporting. And if you are a Christian, as you say that you are, honey, God asks us to treat our neighbors with that respect. You treat someone the same way you would want someone to treat you. So just because they may look a little bit different, don't sound like you, speak a different language, then guess what? You treat them with the same respect. Because when Jesus walked this earth, before he was crucified, he came across many peoples of walks of life. Lots of them.
Yes, you're right.
So with that being said, in order for you to say that you are a supporter of Trump, and I know he loves to throw God around. I know God is about tired of him using his name. But if we're really going to be in that realm, we have to be Christ-like. Because you're not going, if Jesus was to come back today, you're not going to ask him what his citizenship looked like, right? So with that being said, when we see someone that doesn't look like us, we have to treat them with the same love and the respect that we would want someone to treat us.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Right. So what are my other question, and then I'm going to land here. What are you afraid of when it comes to people that don't look like you? Or you feel that are not here? That are not from here? Because you do realize this land didn't belong to you anyway. Me either, So okay, I'm just kind of curious. What are you afraid of?
Okay, hold on just a second. The number one thing that I got out of your message is that I'm white. Is that true?
That you're white tea?
When? How did you wait? I want to know. Wait. Hold on, Aisha. Pat, how did you come to that conclusion? What did she say that made you believe that?
Okay. Hold on. She does not have to literally say white.
Right. No. I know. That's why I said, what did she say that made you believe that?
But the little innuendos that she does is saying I'm white.
Right, but what innuendos?
Okay, go back and listen. She knows what she said.
I mean, I heard the part where she said you're not from this land, and then she said neither am I.
No.
Okay. Well, I think I must have missed the end of
always about damn race, and I'm done with it.
Well, I hear you, Pat, but no one said anything about your race. A hit dog gonna holler. So maybe you know. Okay, then be direct. Pat, say it with your whole chest. What did she say that made you believe that she was talking about you being white?
Okay, what she is trying to say under her breath is about white folks.
Okay, what did she say directly that made you believe she was talking about white folks? What? Be specific.
Okay, what did you just tell me?
Me or her?
What did you just tell me when I said that she was speaking in the windows?
When she was speaking in the windows?
Yeah, in the windows.
In the windows. I know, in the windows.
Santana, I'm about to choke. I can't say anything. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Santana. Make me laugh.
I'm sorry. And I don't mean to laugh, baby. I don't mean to laugh. Okay, let me try to clear this up. Because I as Santana said, a hit dog will holler. I knew you were white tea already. I didn't say it because that was not my premise. My thing was to really technically, because this is a lot of people's go-to when it comes to the immigrants, is a go-to. And you have to realize that the person that you voted for is the person that kind of started this chain, this ball of chain about this Mexican border.
About what?
About the Mexican border. He's the one that started the ball and chain. And guess what? The person you voted for is a white tea person, a white individual. So I never said anything about your race. Wait, baby. I want you to breathe for a second. Calm down. I never said anything about your race.
Harrison. Oh, if it would have been Harrison.
What? Okay, I'm confused. Well, I never said anything about your race. What I asked you was if you was a Christian. Are you a believer? I said, what does the scripture say about foreigners coming into your land? That's what I asked you. Because a lot of people that say that they are supporters of Trump, Republicans, they say they are conservatives, they are Christian. So if you're going to be Christian-like, you have to believe in the Bible wholeheartedly about everything that the Word of God says. As I stated to you earlier, no matter whether it's the Old Testament, New Testament, in between, the Word of God never changes. So if you're going to be a Christian and be Christ-like, you have to be open arms to everyone that walks this earth, that comes in here, whether you speak their language or not. And when I'm saying you speak in their language, baby, I don't speak Spanish. And when I said, you're not from here, neither am I, if that triggers you, you can't get upset because it's the truth.
But why do you say that? Why do you say
it's actually true? If you go back in history, we are not from here. Christopher Columbus did not discover America.
Oh my God.
I am an African American woman. My ancestors were stolen and brought over here. So if you want to think about it, we all are immigrants, baby. Ain't now one of us. We don't own this.
Actually, my ancestors are Mexican indigenous. I just happen to look like an iPhone flashlight.
Don't make me choke. No. but I'm serious. But I'm serious. It's like, if you're going to be in that realm and sit and say that you are a Republican, you believe in the Bible, you're a Christian, this, and that, you're going to have to step into the realm of being Christ-like. Don't say you are a Christian and you believe in Jesus and cannot have the same compassion for a person that comes into your country.
All right, hold on. Let me jump in for a second. Let's try to bring this all the way back. Also, hey, over on Twitch, is there, and YouTube, both of you guys tell me, is there an issue? Because I know I was just told that there's like something with the sound where there's a slight echo over on Twitch and YouTube. So if over on Twitch and YouTube, can you guys drop something in the comments and let me know if there is still any type of issues with the sound over on Twitch and YouTube. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Justin. Justin sent a $5 donation saying, oh gosh, I'm remembering 231 from a week or so ago. They're gonna have to have a hard time grasping some concepts. Listen, Justin, he immediately crashed out. So like, there's that. W's in the chat for Jesse. Jesse sent a $5 donation saying, to the windows, to the wall. Oh, ski. W's in the chat for Jesse for that $5 donation. W's in the chat for Haley. Haley sent a $1 donation saying it's very obvious that Pat is doing is deflecting from the point that was made. We know. W's in the chat for everyone who sent the actual donation, guys. That means we now only have $222 left in our nightly donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. You can also do super chats over on YouTube. Let's see if we can take this in a different direction because we've kind of been going back and forth with Pat. We're gonna give Pat a break just a moment. Pat, we'll be back. Okay. Spilling the beans. Are you still there, my friend?
Hey, what's up?
Okay, spilling the beans. Tell me, why are you so excited about the direction that the country is heading in? Are you not worried about any of the things that's listed on the screen?
So after the past 4 years that we've dealt with, I don't think anything worse can honestly happen, barring World War III. But let's go for a step further than that. Would you agree that there are people in this world, let's say with money, that can dictate countries' actions?
Yes, absolutely. Like Elon Musk.
Do those same people want America to succeed or fail?
I mean, it's just a speculation from me on this point, but
it's all speculation.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't really know right now. We don't know the major players, who they are, what they want. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I just had to make sure I preference that because again, I'm not speaking from a place of position of facts at this with this, but I would say fail, right? But I would say that because in certain failure we know benefit the ultra wealthy, so that's why I would say that.
Okay.
No, I can barely hear you spilling the beans. Wait, does everyone else is that happening for everyone else, or is it just me?
He's breaking in and out.
Okay.
The Starlink connection's kind of going.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yes, it's better.
This is better.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was saying was, do you think politicians of these countries all over the world could all be working together?
You know what? Let's do this. Chris, I'm actually going to let you have this conversation with them. So to make it a little more fair, I will let Chris have this conversation with you.
Okay.
What's up, man? What's going on?
How are you? What's going on?
I'm good, man. Just chilling. What's up?
So, like I was saying before, I was just under the premise how do you think there are people in the world that have a lot of influence that want America to succeed, or would they want America to fail?
Well, I mean, once again, right? It goes right back to when the lower and middle class, right, are failing. Then, like Santana just said, the top 5%. But then you also got things like the military industrial complex. You got things like the prisoner industrial complex. You have other things like that, right? So people like Elon Musk, who, by the way, guys, you want to see some tax money failed. He just had another rocket blow up over the Gulf of America not too long ago. Look at that. So guys, if you want to see wasted tax money, go check that video out real quick. So yeah, when it comes to people like Elon Musk, right, and when it comes to people like Donald Trump, and when it comes like the military industrial complex like Raytheon and all these other things that are waiting for what's happening in Gaza, of course. So your definition of success would only, in their eyes, would lean to wealth inequality, and that would be what's called success to those people. We see that with Elon Musk with his.
Are you one of those people? To know exactly what they are?
You literally asked me for a thesis, and I'm giving you. So why'd you ask me a question if you're not going to listen to how I'm going to answer it? What?
You're bringing up people that are only in the United States. I asked about the world.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Isn't Elon the richest person in the world?
Yes, he is. Does the richest person in the world have all the influence in the world?
Well, no, but that kind of plays a big part into it. So, plus, like, I don't know if you noticed, but this is a panel that's talking about United States politics at the moment, right? So, with that being said, right, you're kind of out of scope about what we're talking about right now.
All right, well, for American politics, I'll just say this.
Yeah.
So, the Democratic Party I've seen, they've turned for the worst, in my opinion. I say that because
interesting
things that they're doing, little things like they're in high school, you know what I mean? It's just like they're grasping for power that they know is leaving them. Awesome. And that's what I see. In my opinion. I don't see the Democratic Party as anything more than an arm of the powers that be.
Perfect.
The Republicans too. Don't get me wrong. There are both sides of the aisle. There are actors that influence policy so that the overall agenda of the world's elites can come into fruition.
Okay,
that's my
perfect.
stance.
All right, perfect. Let's just go ahead and stress test this one out real quick because I do think it's lopsided towards the right side, and here we go. So,
sure.
Elon Musk, right, had 17 inspector generals fired, including 3 of them that found that he grossly undervalued the stock shares for Twitter and didn't tell anybody, along with the DoD with the Starlink satellites, right, freaking violating compliance and giving info to other governments. Then you have people like Donald Trump, right, who literally has did tax evasion, like in places like the Panama that's in question right now, where he still owes 12.5% of taxes for his 2 hotel companies that failed, and conveniently he ran on trying to take the Panama Canal back. I wonder why. So when you have a supermajority of Republicans, and then you have a lot of these jaded Republicans, you really can't put too much blame on the Democrats right now. For example, somebody like a Nancy Pelosi would have to be transparent with her finances because she's literally married to somebody that's one of the most successful hedge fund traders ever, right? And you have to publicly dispel that information according to the SEC. Trump just had a literal meme coin lose a bunch of people money, and nobody knows where all that allocation went. So I would have to say, based on what Elon's doing and the amount of national security violations that he has himself, Panama, everything's kind of making sense now with what's going on with BlackRock as well, that Trump's influencing, along with the 12.5% of taxes that he still owes there himself. So yeah, the right's doing a lot of sneaky stuff right now. If we're gonna go off who's really moving the strings here.
Yeah, like I said, both sides are a part of the same beast.
Can you give me an example of somebody on the left doing the absolutely insane things that Musk and Trump are doing right now?
Oh, they haven't been at as much scrutiny as these two have in the past.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you, though.
I'm sure if I do some digging, I'll find something that's egregious.
Okay.
With
Well,
some of these politicians.
We're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We'll give you a few minutes to go ahead and do a little bit of digging. Let me read a couple of things off, and I would like to see what you come up with. Guys, Debbie's in the chat for Yeetus, who sent a $5 donation saying, "Into windows, into walls." Thank you so much for that $5 donation, Yeetus. Debbie's in the chat for Hilda, who sent a $5 donation saying, "We have to find common ground, a do better for all." You are absolutely right about that one, Hilda. Debbie's in the chat for Kathy. Kathy sent a $5 donation saying, "Is spilling the beans in the bathtub?" I think he is. I think spilling the beans is definitely in the bathtub. And Debbie's in the chat.
Fish tanks. It's my fish tanks.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sorry.
your fish tank. I thought you were just taking a bath, my friend. I wasn't gonna judge you.
To come back on and tell you.
I wasn't gonna judge you. I was just gonna let you do your thing. Some people like bubble baths. Debbie's in the chat for K. Robert, who sent a $3 donation saying, "When people say the past 4 years were bad, they sound like spoiled kids, as if Biden didn't restore our post-pandemic economy." You're absolutely right about that, guys. That means we are now only $204 away from closing out our nightly donation goals. There's almost 500 people hanging out here. I know we can definitely close out our nightly donation goal. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoyed the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. You can also support with super chats over on YouTube. We have a new person on the panel. Britt Speaks. How are you this evening, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Wonderful. Britt, what is your excitement level for the direction of the country under this new Trump administration?
It's in the dumps. Definitely in the dumps. But I just joined because I had a question for Pat. I feel like I hear a lot of Trump supporters say this.
Let's make sure Pat's there. Pat, are you there? Sometimes Pat kind of wanders off. I'm gonna send you a request to come off mute, Pat. Pat, are you there? Pat, come on. There we go. Okay, Pat, Britt has a question for you.
And I guess it's for any other Trump supporters that are on the panel. What exactly do you mean when you say he's going to make America great again? Like, what is the era that you thought that was great? And, like, what exactly do you mean?
Exactly what I mean is how much millions, or no, billions, that Biden has spent. Are you kidding me right now? That Americans could have used?
So,
hold on one second, Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know where else y'all want to know the truth.
Britt, did that satisfy your query?
Not really,
I didn't think it would.
because he started that campaign of Make America Great Again before Biden was president. So it seems like I don't know what era you all are referring to when you're saying Make America Great Again, because I feel like our government has done better.
Mean, you all? What do you mean, you all?
She's not talking about race. She's not talking about white people, Pat.
I'm
when
talking
she
about
say you
Trump
all, she means Trump supporters. She's not talking about white people, Pat. Go ahead.
Oh, now it's different.
Yeah, I was talking about Trump supporters because I know Black people who are Trump supporters, so it's not just white people. My stepfather is a major Trump supporter. So that's kind of just why I came on to ask, like, what is the era that you guys or that Trump supporters in general kind of visualize as seeing great? Can you explain a little bit of that to me?
Okay, did you not see the address to the Congress? Do you think he's lying?
The address to Congress? I actually did not see that.
Yeah, well, you need to watch it.
Hold
Do
on.
you think he's lying?
Does that answer what era you like the phrase is coming from?
I'm coming from Trump has never ever said anything that he was going to do that he did not do.
Are you sure about that?
He didn't finish.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry.
Wait, Pat, you sure about that?
No, I'm.
Oh, okay, hold on. Cool, we're gonna stress that.
I'm very sure of it.
Cool, so I'm gonna mute you for a second. Hold on.
Okay, sorry,
I'm doing
Santana. Sorry.
Okay. Let me read these off real quick, guys. W's in the chat for Hilda. Hilda sent a $5 donation saying, "OMG, what about all the money playing golf? Really?" Also, guys, W's in the chat for Joanna, who sent a $1 donation and saying, "Spineless Republicans have lost their mind." Also, hold on. Oh, snap. One second. W's in the chat for Rashida. Rashida sent a $5 donation saying, I heard Trump skin supporters say that she would go homeless to support him. Would you? Oh, yeah, no, they absolutely would. W's in the chat for Kathy, who sent a $5 donation saying, can we talk about the chaos? What are we destroying our reputation with? Tariffs? JFK? Tariffs? JF? JK? What the hell is Trump trying to do? Is that America first? Is this bullying? Is this about 5150 situation? W's in the chat for Kathy for that $5 donation. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Justin, who sent a $5 donation saying, is Pat real? Yes, Pat is the realest that we have ever seen. All right, this is what I want to do. W's in the chat for everybody that sent the donation, guys. We are now only $183 away from closing out our nightly donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, and also you can send a super chat. This is what I want to do. Pat said Donald Jimothy Trump has never said anything that he did not do. She said that he has never said anything that he has not done. So this is what I want to do. I'm going to go around the panel to the people that are not Trump supporters, and I would like to hear your favorite thing that Donald Trump said that he was going to do and he did not do. Chris, I'm going to start with you. Chris, I'm going to put you in the frying pan first. Name one thing, just one, only one, because you can't take everybody's stuff. So one thing that Trump said that he was going to do and he didn't do.
I will be the one to end the war between Ukraine and Russia as soon as I get into office. And it will take me no longer than a day.
Ooh, okay. 1 second. Dolphin. Name, hey, Dak. W's in the chat for Dak for the Galaxy. Dolphin, one thing that Trump said that he was going to do that he did not do.
Well, guys, I don't know, but I promise to bring down energy day one.
Yep, he did. He definitely said that he was going to bring down energy. Absolutely. Okay. Brit speaks. Brit, one thing that Donald Trump said that he was going to do that he has not done.
The price of groceries. He said he was going to lower it on day one.
Absolutely. I definitely remember that.
Experts are saying it's going to go up.
Yep. That's a thing. Say your username again for me. Not Jawan. How do I say that? Junai. One thing that Donald Trump said that he was going to do that he did not do.
I mean, I'm still waiting for his healthcare plan. I mean,
the concepts have been concepting forever.
The concepts have been concepts for a long time. You're right. Ooh, okay. Jillian, name one thing that Donald Trump said that he was going to do that he has not done.
The no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security.
Okay, I'll let you take all three of them, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's all one. It's all one.
He absolutely did say that. He absolutely did. Okay. Braden, the pressure's on. The pressure's on, Braden. Name one thing that Donald Trump said that he was going to do that he did not do.
Well, I mean, it's a long time. We've been waiting for like 9 years now for that $550 billion infrastructure deal.
Ooh, yeah. He definitely said that he was going to deliver an infrastructure bill, and he didn't. Ooh, I like that one because it's kind of connected to the one that's my favorite. Guys, it's an oldie but a goodie, right? It's an old one, but it's still good. And I know sometimes listen, guys, sometimes you just got to play the classics. Donald Trump said that he was going to build the wall and have Mexico pay for it. Donald Trump said he was going to build the wall and have Mexico pay for it. You know why I absolutely love this one? Pat, you want to know why I love this one? Pat, you're a teacup. Pat, you got to come back. Pat, if you can't see me, I can't hear you. You have to come back. Pat, you have to come back. Pat, you have to come back. Is Pat running? There we go. Pat, I'm going to send you a request to come off mute. Pat, can you hear me? Okay. You know why that one's my favorite? Because not only did Donald Trump not build the wall and Mexico did not pay for it, because my favorite is because Kamala Harris actually secured money for the border wall. Kamala Harris was able to actually get that money for the border wall from Mexico. That's crazy, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how stupid are you?
Oh, okay.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
You Dems will do anything to prove you're right.
Ooh, not them Dems. Okay, hold on one second.
It is ridiculous. Yeah, you little damn lefties. But guess who's in office? It is Trump. He's a Republican.
It's not a NASCAR.
Right. So
it is today.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Pat. So what is he going to do? He's going to what is?
Hold on one second, guys. All right. Pat, can you see my screen? Can you see? If you look at your screen, do you see me? Okay, perfect.
Oh yeah, I see them hands waving like a Democrat.
Awesome.
Yeah, I see it.
Pat, can you see what that says?
Kamala. Hold on. Now I'm about to go to bed.
No worries, I'll read it off. Kamala Harris chooses a long-term approach when tasked to tackle the rise in border crossing. This is from PBS that actually speaks to what Kamala Harris did to actually help reduce the actual border crossing. But in this article, it lays out a lot of different things, a lot of different things. But if you scroll down to, boom, right here. I love the fact that she actually, oh no, that's the investment in the countries. Darn it. She also got investments in the actual, she got the countries to reinvest in Guatemala. She got 5.2 billion investments, promises to actually, into concrete spending. The State Department reported that companies have plowed nearly 1.3 billion into the region as of 2024. Gosh, no, that's not what I was looking for. I'm sorry.
Oh, you said Guatemala.
No, she actually secured funds to actually slow down the root cause of migration. Hold on, that's not the right article. That one's on me. Hold on, I pulled up the wrong article.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, no, I pulled up the wrong article.
Santana, do you mind if I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah. So Pat, because I did want to bring this back to what you said earlier. So to me, I'm also a Christian, right? But I may take the Bible a bit differently than you do, but I know how you take it. So I have a question. I'm gonna give you two verses. Luke 7 verses 1 through 10 talks about when Jesus, when he helped the servant or the assistant to a Roman centurion who was a Gentile, not a Jew, right? He helps foreigners. Leviticus 19 verses 33 through 34, when Jesus says, treat foreigners as your own. So I have a question. Is deporting children and separating families treating foreigners as your own?
Well, for one thing, I can tell you is you're taking the Bible way out of context. Way out of context.
What else
You
could
have
that
to
mean?
think about.
So if
Are you serious right now?
If it says treat foreigners as your own, what like secret message is behind that I'm not getting? Is it really saying like did Jesus ask for their citizenship papers before he blessed them?
No. When it says take foreigners as your own, that means people that are lost, that does not believe in Jesus Christ. That is what it means.
So why didn't he say that instead?
Because you have to think about when the Bible was written. Come on now.
You realize Jesus was an undocumented immigrant himself, right? Matthew 2:28. He was never a Roman citizen.
Okay, what was
and hold on.
Tell me what Jesus was.
Hold on. I'm like about to cook real quick, right? So like Matthew 2:28. So under your paradigm, you actually would have deported him. He was an undocumented immigrant of Judea and Samaria. And the Romans actually tried to they were doing a mass deportation operation of Jewish people, which about 2 chapters later, they chased them out of back to Egypt, and then he had to come back for safe haven. So yeah, he was an undocumented immigrant of the Roman Empire.
You do know that Jesus is not blonde-haired and blue-eyed, right? Jesus is not blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
Right.
At all.
Okay, you need to shut up. Because I think that most of us know
Hold on, everybody. Wait.
Most of us do.
Hold on.
And she's trying to make a point.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna keep it civil.
He thinks I'm bringing it back to race.
We're gonna keep it. We're definitely gonna keep it civil. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and finish the conversation.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so he was an undocumented immigrant, right? Even Pontius Pilate, right, when he was sitting in his office, and the later Gospels even said so as well. So if Jesus, because the only person that Jesus, actually that he never even met, Paul, that came way later, was the only one that was a Roman citizen. So Jesus was literally in the situation that we find ourselves in today. Jesus was an undocumented immigrant, Matthew 2:28, hanging out in Nazareth. That's why he was called a Nazarene, and not a Roman. And the Romans were doing mass deportations of his Jewish brothers in the literal New Testament. So under your paradigm, if Jesus showed up to America, you would want him deported.
Pat, are you there?
I'm not sure if she knows how to turn on her mic.
She does. I just sent her a request to come off mute though.
No, I'm right here. What I can say right now is whoever was just talking to me about the Bible, he does not know the Bible at all. He cannot even tell me. Awesome. He cannot even tell me what Jesus was.
Yeah, he was.
Was he black, white, Mexican? What was he?
He was a Levantine Jewish man.
He was Jewish.
Yes, he was a Levantine Jewish man that existed in Judea and Samaria. which is what's called modern-day Palestine today, which means that he was not with white hair. Yeah, I mean, sorry, he was definitely not a Caucasian man with blonde hair and blue eyes. That much I do know.
Okay, so what does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean? I'm just letting you know that.
What is your point?
My point is that Jesus was an undocumented immigrant that was going around telling people that you should also treat, immigrants to an area with respect.
Okay, no.
Yes.
No.
I can.
You're being stupid.
Okay.
Matthew
You're
25.
being stupid.
Pat, we gotta stop calling people stupid.
Right,
That's
like I
mean,
never
my friend.
insulted you. Yeah, like I never
I
insulted
can tell you right now.
Matthew
I
25,
know the
35.
Bible,
Okay, cool, Pat.
Oh
So let
my
me ask you a
God.
question real quick. What are the first 4 books of the New Testament? This is a Parker question. What are
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians. What else you want to know?
Okay, good. Good. That's actually
so. Let's do this because I want to bring it back from Bible study. We kind of went off on a whole. We kind of went left. And that's because of me.
I gotta go to bed.
Hold on one second, Pat.
Pat,
I want to give you. I want to make a correction on something I said. So, I said specifically that Kamala Harris secured funds for the border wall. That's incorrect. That is incorrect. She did secure funds. Hold on one second. I'm correcting what I'm saying. She did secure funds, 1.2 billion in investments, and there was an agreement for what was called a bilateral cooperation on immigration, which including enhancing border security conditions, directly addressing trafficking and smuggling, and humane treatment of immigrants, and also the southern border wall. So they didn't specifically put that to it, but there was a bilateral coordination between the U.S. and Mexico definitely put money into that. So I needed to make that correction. So technically, no, she didn't get money specifically for the border wall, but some of the money technically went to the border wall. So I needed to make that correction. Pat, before you run, I know we have a whole panel full of people up here and all this other stuff, but Corey just came up. Corey's one of my mods, and I feel like Corey came up specifically for you. Corey, am I wrong?
No, you're not. Well, first of all, before I say what I want to say, there are 748 people in here. Please tap the screen, fill that little heart bar a couple of times. Let's get those likes up because there's way too many people in here for there to only be 115K.
Also, wait, do a full mod since you're here, Corey. Do all the things.
Huh?
Do all the things.
Yeah, do all the things. Share it. Send the gifts. Now I'm thrown off. You threw me off. Anyways.
About the donations and all that. Do like a full mod.
Oh, yeah. The donations. Santana Speaks 24. That's the best way to support the live.
Go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah. So, Pat, on top of Jesus was absolutely not a white man. Jesus was a communist. Jesus was a table flipping, absolute furthest thing from a conservative you can get. Jesus was a communist. Jesus would never support Donald Trump.
I'm going to rebuke you in the name of Jesus, honey. All I can do is rebuke you. Because
that's
you
okay.
are
I'm not a Christian. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all.
Just remember, hell's hot.
I do align with him politically, though. He was absolutely a
No, you
communist.
don't. No, you don't. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Jesus.
I'm going to tell you something right now. Hell's hot.
Oh, that's
Hell
fine.
is hot, sister.
You realize the Book of Acts says to
Do
pay
you
your
not
taxes.
believe
Donald
that
Trump.
hell's hot?
Hey, wait, Pat, 1 second. So you realize the Book of Acts says to pay your taxes. So why doesn't Trump, I paid more in taxes than Trump did last year.
Okay, yes, it does say pay your taxes, but listen, you have got to look.
Why does Jesus
Don't
want you to pay your
take
taxes,
one
Pat?
scripture. Well, I'm gonna tell you something right now, Satan. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Jeebus!
That's all.
It's funny because it's not.
So Pat,
She
That's all I can tell you.
Pat. So
Hey, wait. Can I ask her something?
Are we gonna ignore that Trump does tax evasion?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I forgot what I
have
was
taken the scripture totally
Hey,
out.
yo, Santana, Chris, I'll get back to you guys. I gotta go, fellas.
Yeah, man. You have a good one, boss.
Could I ask Pat something real quick? I want to shifts it away from religion, but kind of keeps it on, I don't know, similar where it was going. Pat, do you approve of Elon Musk being in the position he's in? Do you like what Elon's
Yes, I
doing?
do.
Where's Elon from?
Yes, I do.
Where's he from? Where was he born and raised?
It does not matter where he is born and raised. That man is very, very smart.
Do you know how he came to the U.S.?
Smart is a relative term.
Do you know how he came to the U.S. and why?
No, he probably crossed the border and done something bad, and so now he's here.
So he came to the U.S. He moved to Canada. He was born and raised in South Africa. Moved to Canada where his mom was a resident for college, and then he came to the U.S. on a student visa for graduate school. Did not go to school and stayed here as an illegal immigrant. What do you think about that?
Oh, did he kill anybody?
Pat,
or rape
unalive. Pat,
anybody?
great. Hold. Wait a minute, Pat. You just dropping all the bad words. Pat, you know TikTok friendly language. Unalive or grape?
Okay. Did he unalive anybody or rape 10 women?
Great. Pat,
Tell me
okay,
that.
hold on.
Or
Hold on. I'm gonna mute you just for half a second. Guys, tap the screen. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 200,000 likes. Also, let's knock out this daily gift goal. It's the roses. It helps protect the live. Also, gift the panel. That helps protect the live as well. I need everybody power tapping the screen. Knock out the gifts. Gift the panel. Do all the wonderful things. I'm going to read these off. And then we're going to remember TikTok friendly language. W's in the chat for Jody, who sent an $8 donation saying, Dims all day, baby. W's in the chat for D-Spec, who sent a $3 donation saying, ask the Republicans what policies Trump did that they like. None. They don't know policies. W's in the chat for Dwayne, who sent a $1 donation, says, tell us what race was Christ. W's in the chat for Jesse, who sent a $5 donation, saying, one more. Lower the prices of eggs and bacon. That was his favorite lie, that or the thing that Trump said he was going to do that he didn't do. W's in the chat for Haley, who sent a $1 donation saying Pat and her one brain cell is so triggered because she's getting proven wrong. It's embarrassing and she makes my head hurt. She made mine hurt too. W's in the chat for Rashida, who sent a $3 donation, said tell Pat she's already sharded on by Trumpelstiltskin. W's in the chat for Corey, who sent a $2 donation saying Jeebus was a communist. You're absolutely right. And also W's in the chat for Justin, who sent a $5 donation saying, why does Pat keep bringing it back to race? Pat was up here and Pat was doing some race baiting. Pat was absolutely doing some race baiting. Guys, that means we now only have $139 left in the nightly donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoyed the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Pat ran. That was interesting. So this is what I'm going to do. There's a box full of people. I want to get more people up here, and I especially want to make sure that we get people who are excited about the direction of the country. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out a few people.
I'm going to bed, homie.
All right, I appreciate you, Chris.
See you later.
Yep. Dolphin, Braden, I'm going to drop you two down as well, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for letting me come up.
Absolutely. Thank you both. All right, guys, I know we got a box full of people. If you are someone that's excited about the direction that the country is heading, if you are excited about the direction that the country is heading, go ahead and request up. As a matter of fact, we got a box full of people. Put a me in the chat if you are in the request. and you are someone that's excited about the direction that the country is heading. I don't necessarily want a box full of quote unquote friendlies. Okay, yeah, whoever this person is.
No,
Say,
sorry, I'm a friendly.
no,
I
no,
put
no,
the
you're
request
good.
in
You've
a
been
long time ago.
you've been waiting. You're good. I brought you in on
All
purpose.
right, appreciate it.
I'm whoever you are for Cruzo, whatever. Yeah, cool. I'm sending you a request. There we go. It's spinning. How do I say your username, my friend?
FSU.
FSU? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, FSU. And are you someone that's excited about the direction that the country is heading?
I'm not excited, but I'm not concerned either.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay, perfect. Hold tight for me 1 second. Rasbada? I'm sorry, how do you say your username, friend?
Rasta.
Rasta, okay, Rasta. Rasta, are you excited about the direction that the country's heading?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Give me 1 more second. Guys, I want to get at least one more person up here that's excited about the direction that the country is heading. So if you are in the request and you are excited about the direction that the country is heading, just drop a me in the chat and I will go ahead and bring you in. If you are in the request and you're excited about the direction that the country is heading, drop a me. Okay, Kimbo. I don't see you in the request, Kimbo, but I'll send you a request to come up.
Yeah, boy.
I sent you a request to come up, Kimbo. Kimbo, I sent you a request to come up. Because again, you're not in the request. Let's bring you in.
Yeah, boy.
Is there anyone else that's in the request that is excited about the direction that the country is heading? If you are already in the request and you're excited about the direction that the country is heading, drop a me and I will bring you in. There's a lot of people in the request and I want to make sure that I bring someone in that's excited about the direction that the country is heading in. So if you are already in the request and you're excited about the direction that the country is heading, drop a me in the chat and I will go ahead and pull you in. Guys, tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 200,000 likes. Let's get the likes up to 200,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 200 shares. The shares are moving kind of slow. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to move forward from here. We're going to speak to the people that we have at the moment. FSU, I'm gonna start with you. You said you're not necessarily excited, but you did vote for Trump, and you're not really worried about the direction that the country is heading. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I don't agree with everything he's done, but I definitely see some things that I agree with, especially him wanting to carve out some of the what I believe to be unnecessary spending on foreign issues, such as war.
Okay. So you would like for some of the excess spending, some of the government spending to be reduced overall, and so that's something that's exciting to you.
Yeah, like for example, I think a lot of the U.S. aid. I know that there's definitely some worthwhile stuff in there, like some of the vaccinations for certain countries and food assistance, but the majority of the assistance, as far as I know, for U.S. aid is to destabilize other countries, and I disagree with our money being used for that.
So you disagree with the self-power usage of U.S. aid. Okay. So I guess the question that I would have is, if there is a need to reduce like government spending, right, which I think we can all agree on that, but even more so making sure that we are cutting out things that can be or is very wasteful. I guess my question would be, why wouldn't they target the biggest budget that we have as the first part of clearing up some of that wasteful spending with targeting the DoD?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Realistically, that's, when we look at the bigger items where we can cut, obviously that's one of the biggest ones. So we do want to go in there. We already know that they've had issues with accounting for some of their money. So if Musk could go in there, which who knows? I don't think he probably might go in there, but if he does, that'd be great. But I think a bigger concern that I have is actually the amount of money that we pay just for interest alone. If the deficits keep growing, what's going to happen is that pretty soon, right now at this point, as of last year, that was the third highest item that we spend on interest on the debt, and that's money that can't go anywhere. It goes straight to the banks to pay interest, and it can't buy programs, it can't help anything. And if we don't cut spending, that's going to take a bigger and bigger pie of government spending, and it's going to crowd out other items that might be more important.
Okay, that's a fair statement. I guess one last question I have for you, and then I'm going to pass it around the panel a little bit, is what makes you believe that the Trump administration is going to actually cut government spending, because they do have a track record of actually adding to our national debt. I mean, he added, was it 4 point something trillion of C-19 related spending to our national debt, and he's looking to implement the similar tax cuts that will add more to our national debt as well. So what makes you think that this administration would actually achieve the things that you're hoping?
Well, I hope they do. It's going to be hard for them to do it, that's for sure, because like I said, I mean, what are you going to cut? Social Security? I mean, that people pay into that. It's
Yes,
mostly self-funded.
that's their plan, right?
Department of Defense is a great place.
Wait. You do understand? You do understand cutting Social Security, Medicaid, like all those social safety nets. That's their plan, cutting those.
Well, I know, for example, in Medicaid, some of the biggest issues there in terms of fraud, which he's talking about, is actually providers such as doctors, nursing homes, and others actually defrauding the country. I think if we can make some serious inroads there, we can definitely have some savings there, as well as with the Department of Defense. But it's going to be hard as heck, and a lot of people are going to get hurt.
Are you okay with that?
Well, it's either that, or by 15 years from now, the number one item on the budget is going to be the credit card bill, meaning interest on the debt. So it's got to come from somewhere, period.
Wait, so just kind of sticking on, and I apologize, panel. I'm gonna swing it around the panel in a moment. I promise you. You do understand that the cuts, let's say specifically Medicaid, right? Because you're saying that there's doctors or whatever defrauding and taking money. So I guess eliminating the entire budget for Medicaid is what you think would be acceptable?
No, not at all. No, it's not acceptable, and I don't think that would happen. I would definitely not support that, and definitely, for sure, speak out against it. Definitely, because I'm very familiar with the Medicaid program, and I'm aware of the issues involved with the providers, fraud. I think that can yield a good amount of money.
Okay, all right. So let's do this, because I want to actually I want to pass it around the panel, and so I'm going to come to Jillian. Jillian, have you heard about or have you had an opportunity to review the proposed budget that is passed through the House by the House Republicans?
Yes, I have not read it word for word, but I'm aware of a lot of what is and is not in it.
Are you aware of how much money is being better way of saying this, because yeah, technically Medicaid is not being cut, right? I mean, you know that they're not cutting
Yeah.
anything from
Right.
Medicaid.
No, $880 billion worth of cuts to Medicaid.
No.
No.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. I want to make sure that we're factual when we say this, right? Because a lot of people, because the actual Republican Party has made this statement, and they've gone on record and they've said over and over and over, they are not cutting Medicaid. They're not cutting Medicaid. They've said they're not cutting Medicaid over and over and over and over and over and over. And yeah, they're not. They're not cutting Medicaid. What they plan on doing is cutting $880 billion from the about $1 trillion budget from the Energy and Commerce Committee. The Energy and Commerce Committee is the committee that houses the Medicaid budget. So if they're telling the Energy and Commerce Committee that you have to cut $880 billion out of your budget, and Medicaid takes up about $890 billion of that budget, Jillian, how much of Medicaid do you think they're going to have to cut in order to get to that $880 billion cut?
Probably the majority of it. I'm not sure what else is under their umbrella.
Santana, the entire Medicaid budget is actually, last I checked, was about $550 billion. That's every single cent that's spent on Medicaid.
Last time I checked, it was like $890.
I'm talking about Medicaid because if you look at CMS, which is the Center for Medicare and Medicaid, sometimes they combine them. But Medicaid itself is 500 and upwards of 550 billion.
So the thing that I found looking at the actual breakdown of the budget, this is actually, there's a couple of different places that you can find this, but you can look at the 19thnews.org, you can look at Budget Basics, which is Peter G. Peterson Foundation, pgpf.org. You can even check at the kff.org with medical financing, and it talks about the actual budget, the Medicaid budget, and how it's broken down. And so I'm finding that the actual budget, it says here, federal and state Medicaid spending totals $880 billion for the fiscal year. And so that's closing out the actual budget. Now, I'm not saying that maybe there's some, no, because even this breakdown, it tells like the percentage of what it's all falling under, like 690 billion that goes towards.
Santana, I think a distinction that needs to be made here is that, yes, I do believe that about 800 is spent, but that's including what states pay. Because, like, for example, here in California, the federal government contributes 70% of for our Medicaid budget, and the state of California pitches in the rest of the 30, for our total spending. But if you look at federal Medicaid spending only, federal grants, it's 550. But when you add the state, what states put into it.
Where can I find that? Because I'm not seeing that 550 breakdown at all.
Yeah, I'm at home, but I actually work in Medicaid policy, and I had it on my desk. Obviously, I'm away from work, but I can assure you it's between 550 and 575 billion dollars. I'm very confident on that, and you have to make the distinction, Santana. It has to be Medicaid federal grants to states.
So while you're looking that up, what else is under the budget or the umbrella of the You said Energy and Department of Energy and Commerce. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Let me get the specific name.
If you don't mind, that's actually a committee. So in the Congress, that's a committee that oversees the budget.
Okay.
Energy and Commerce Committee.
Yes.
So it's
not a
one of the
department
Senate
itself.
committees.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see what I can find. I would love to get into more of a breakdown and see the actual nuances of that, because again, I would love to see where that's specifically broken out, because everything that I'm finding here is it speaks to the overall budget, not necessarily the nuance. I'm not saying that there's not a difference, because of course there has to be. See, Medicaid expenditures, elementary and secondary education expenditures, others.
Santana, I
there's
can
federal funds for
I can
states.
point you to a source that breaks it down beautifully.
Okay.
Because you could go down to the actual Health and Human Services budget and then isolate for Medicaid funding. But
Are
if
you
you go,
including Medicare when you're isolating? Because Medicare and Medicaid
no,
are